Keita Alta here with another video. Today I will be showing you how to sew a hoodie. Things you're going to need. You're going to need fabric. I'm using a cotton fabric. You can use knit fabric, any fabric of your choice. You just have to keep the stretch in mind when cutting. You're going to need thread, a sewing machine, scissors, pins, clips, measuring tape, a pattern, of course, and an iron. Step 1, you're going to gather your fabric and your pattern. You're going to take measurements to adjust the pattern to your size. The size hoodie I'm cutting today is a youth 10-12. So I'm doing it pretty much an adult small, but I measured to make sure that the measurements were about the same, and they are, so it's perfect. You're going to begin to pin your pattern down. I'm using a weight to help me hold it down in place as well. As I pin at the corners, I'm also using a rotary today instead of scissors. I find them easier to use, a little easier on my wrist and hand. After using it so much for a while, the rotary just becomes more like butter when it has a fresh blade, you know? So I noticed that I was making a mistake here with my pinning of the pattern. I was about to cut a back panel when I need a front panel, and if you can see the difference here, the neckline is the major difference between the front and back panels. They're about the same everywhere else, except around the arms. But yeah. So I made a quick adjustment to cut that front panel, removing my pins, folding up my pattern. All right, and there goes that front panel. Now I'm going to go and cut out my back panel and my 2 sleeves. And then you'll see I'm going to also cut out my 2 hood pieces. And then if you want to add pockets, like a kangaroo pocket or pockets to the side seams, you're going to want to cut that out as well. And then you're going to want to sew the pockets on before you sew all the seams together. All right. So, one more time, you're going to have 2 hood pieces, 2 sleeves, a front panel, and a back panel. Now it's time to sew all the pieces together at the seams. You have side seams at the body, side seams on the arm, and side seams or middle seam at the hood part. Now I am serging and straight stitching all of my pieces together at the seams. And if you notice, I'm in a different location sewing. I'm at work. And at my job, they have very nice industrial sewing machines that does the straight stitch and the serge together at the same damn time. Yes, you heard that right. Together at the same damn time, the straight stitch and the serge. Versus my machines at home where I just straight stitch and serge separately. This one does it together, so it's quite quicker than the other method. All right, so now I'm going to start putting my hood, body, and sleeves together. Right here, I'm showing you how I find the middle seam of the back panel to match up with the middle seam of the hood. You're gonna pin that middle area after you find it. Put that middle seam right on that pin, and you're gonna sew it together, just like I'm doing now. It goes an up close video of that serger, that real nice industrial serger that I need in my house. Manifestation. It'll be here soon. All right, so yeah, remove the pin before sewing, of course, so it doesn't cut it. And yeah, I'm just gonna serge nice and neat, making sure front sides are facing. And then I'm also gonna begin to hem my hood at the end of this serge. You can see I just folded it back a little bit. That's just where I'm gonna hem the hood afterwards. And then if it's already folded at the bottom where it's been stitched together, it'll just make my job easier at the end. You'll see when I get to hemming. At the very end, you know, that's the last thing you do before you iron your hem. Again, I'm hemming. You see, just folding it at the end towards the inside as if it's already hemmed. Then I'm just going to go over that seam again, make sure it's nice and perfect. Look at that clean stitch. I just love this serger. It's great. Okay, let me be quiet. All right, so after you serge, this is how everything should look before the hem. So we got our sleeves attached, we got our hood attached, and everything looks nice and neat and perfect. And it's almost done. It just needs to be hemmed, and then we'll be about finished. So right here, I'm just cleaning up all the extra threads, strings that the serger might have missed or left behind. Got them fresh braids, baby, crispy. They looking a little rough now. A little rough, baby. You see that? Look at that. Nice seams. Very clean. Very demure. All right, now we're doing a turnaround, quick, right side out. I'll show y'all. That's what it should look like when you flip it right side out. It should look intact, no holes at the seams. You know, make sure, check quality, very important. Now it's time to hem. All right, and when I hem, I am hemming about, looks like 5/8, shit, maybe 3/4. But I try to hem about 1/2 inch, no less than that. I like to have a kind of a thick hem at the bottom of the hoodie, so it kind of adds some weight to it, you know. Yeah, so I'm just folding it, making sure it's the same the entire way around, and then I'm pulling with my left hand and holding the hem with my right hand. Goes a little string, clip that right on off. Now I'm hemming the sleeves about the same way, but I think my seam allowance is a little different this time, maybe more of half an inch. Yeah, and I'm just going to make sure to keep it half an inch all the way around. This is a kid's size, so it's a little smaller than I'm used to. And I will let you know, like, the smaller sizes you make, it's quicker to sew, but the holes are a little smaller, so it's a little tricky, to get around the foot of the machine. All right, it's a speed up version of the other sleeve. Just a quick hem of that. And now I'm doing the hood. So when I serged the hem of the hoodie, like I began to do the little hem or whatever when I finished the serge, that helped me with this part because it's already folded at the bottoms. Where it's tucked at the bottom of the seam down here where my wrist is, it's already hemmed. So all I have to do is pretty much like follow the fold. That's literally what I'm doing. Also resembling the other hems of about half an inch, 5/8. Yeah. Just making sure to keep it the same all the way around so it looks consistent. Here I am cleaning up strings, cutting off any unwanted threads. And I believe the last thing I'm going to do is add my tag. Show you guys that. And then she's done, baby. I'm going to iron it. And I'm going to pack it. And I'm going to go deliver it. And if y'all want to see any more videos, the slow down tutorial, or specifically how to use a pattern, or just anything like that you want to ask me and you want me to make a visual for you, go ahead, message me or comment below. I can make a video especially for you. Now that my hoodie is finished, I'm going to press at all the seams, side seams, arm seams, hoodie seams, the hems especially. Just make sure there's no lumps or clumps. Get it as perfect as possible before it reaches the client. And that is how to sew a hoodie. Very easy. Like, it's not hard at all. Anybody could do it. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions or tips, please leave comments below. Subscribe, like, come back for more. I will be uploading food content soon. It's coming, okay? It is coming, baby. I'm too busy eating the food instead of making content. I like just get the plate. But I'm going to get y'all some food content real soon. I promise you. It's coming. Get her a little sticker. A little Key the Altar sticker. And there goes that. Mwah. I hope y'all having a great, great day. Thank you for watching. Subscribe. Thank you.